foot in the door. The Suns have offered you a 10-day deal.
Why not a year?
Because you're an undrafted, unproven commodity. But they saw enough to take a flyer on you. So you have exactly 10 days, 240 freaking hours to show that you belong. You perform, you got a shot at a guaranteed deal for the rest of the season. We both live to breathe another day. You don't, you got a shot at being last in a long line of might-have-beens. And I'm probably out on the street, too. Living in this rat hole.
Hold up, rat hole? This is all I can afford because you didn't get me drafted.
Let's call it a charming fixer-upper. Now pack your bag!
You did well in the workout and in the scrimmage.
So you the rookie that's gonna shock the world, huh?
And now introducing your Phoenix Suns.
Welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Doris Burke will be along too from the sideline. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Gortat. Humphreys comes in for Nene. Porter's checked in for Paul Pierce. And Sessions subbed in for Butler. So the Wizards 5 right now. They've got Porter. Kevin Seraphin is out there with Humphreys. And it's Wall. And it's Sessions in at the 2. First official NBA playing time. We're going to check out our first glimpse of professional basketball from Skinny. Well, Clark, here's a guy with quite the story. Didn't get picked on draft day. Couldn't find a team until this point in the season.
Well, Kevin, you know, because of that, he's going to be playing motivated. Often events like that will give a player an added edge, and I don't think there's anybody in the building more motivated than he is.
Humphreys dishes the Wall. Here's Seraphin. And the shot is long.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Oh, and what a feeling it's got to be as we get to see the very first NBA bucket from Skinny.
Well, it has to feel reassuring to him right now. Long journey for him to make it to the NBA, and now here he is on the board.
I think it'll be the first of what hopefully will be a lot of scoring in a very bright NBA career, Steve.
So for the Suns, Danny Granger is checked in for Morris. Warren comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Gerald Green in for Eric Bledsoe. And a switcher also for Washington. Bynum's checked in.
The Phoenix Suns franchise with the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Maybe we shouldn't have been surprised with their resurgent play last season. This is a franchise that throughout its history has found ways to win.
That's good. Warren's got his first 2 points of the night. Wizards leading by 5. Well, now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Randy Whitman. Doris?
They are up against Danny Granger, who is a guy who can hurt them in a lot of different ways. He talked about what his team needs to do to slow down Granger. One key will be to make sure he has to work for every shot, saying if we let him just catch and shoot in the corner, we're toast. We have to make him work for every shot he gets.
Thank you, Doris.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside, into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Bynum, the pass to Sessions. Here's Humphries, trying to get open to Seraphin. Humphries with the bucket.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Skinny the pass to Green. Granger outside. Rebound, Washington. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
You know, on an ordinary night, I think they would have come out on top in that game. That's how well they played, but they just happened to run into a club that was playing at the top of its game.
And, Steve, I think they get
On tap.
Skinny, he's checked in for Alex Len. Markieff Morris comes in for Danny Granger. And Knight subbed in for Archie Goodwin. Skinny in at center. Markieff Morris is out there with Warren. Then it's Green, and it's Knight in at the point. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And now look at Brandon Knight here. He has been filling up the stat sheet for the last month. He's around 18 points per game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. Well, when everything comes together for him, this is what he's capable of. Unfortunately, it doesn't come together as often as we'd like.
Yeah, but when it does, it's really something to see, Steve. He's playing like one of the best players in the league at the moment. You look at the Morris twins out there, Markieff and Marcus, and defensively, you've got to check those jersey numbers just to make sure you know who you're guarding.
And he gets it to go. Green's got 5 points so far.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Humphries with a screen on Knight. No one near Sessions as he lets it fly. And again, Washington no good. And Markieff Morris a little taller, a little bigger, at 6'10", 245, but he and Marcus still get confused for one another all the time.
I'm still waiting for the day they swap jerseys at halftime when one of them is in foul trouble, but who knows? But, you know, they're just two rock-solid NBA players, very skilled. They're going to be around in the league for a long time.
Yes, they will be.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And Green gets it to go.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Sessions. He dishes it to Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Sessions. It's good from long range. Sessions has got 5 points in the quarter. Here's Knight. Cannot hit.
That's the end of the first half. Give it up for your Suns.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took.
And now the start of the second half. Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Then for the Wizards, Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Gortat. Humphries comes in for Butler. And it's Otto Porter Jr. in for John Wall.
And this is what they wanted, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. And I think it can be considered a statement win for the Wizards.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, Steve, and in the end, but you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, Clark, and that's all part of the story.
That's right, Kevin. I mean, this was by no means a runaway that it might appear to have been. I mean, it was a scrappy performance all the way through.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
This is going to be repayment for the last game they played against one another, and this will be their last regular season meeting of the year. A nice job to even it up at 1-1 for the season series against the Suns.
Here is Skinny. The jump hook. Sessions with the rebound.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
So on the floor for Washington, Otto Porter Jr. out there with Humphries. Then there's Ramon Sessions. Then it's Kevin Seraphin. And it's Bynum in at the point guard position.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out.
Phoenix has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's the screen. Here is Skinny. The layup off target.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Now here's Porter. Back to Bynum. 6 to shoot. Shot is blocked. Warren with the ball.
The bad news is you play like a 50-year-old wreck bum, and we lost the game. Suppose to ask me what's the good news.
What's the good news?
Good news is I don't think it's possible you could have played any worse.
Is this supposed to be making me feel better?
Nah, man, it's supposed to make you understand that it ain't just you. We all got work to do if we're gonna do something special this year. So put this behind you, learn from it, and move on, all right?
Yeah, but a 50-year-old bum?
Man, if the shoe fits.